Welcome back to the Encompass Show, where purpose, wealth, and legacy converge to transform our lives and the world. I'm your host, Sandra Camacho. Today's episode is about that truth too many overlook. History repeats itself, but legacy is how we break the cycle. As we enter a new cycle of the age of Aquarius, we face a pivotal moment. Will humanity repeat destructive patterns, or we will consciously choose evolution? We are going to explore how cycles of conflict, like the current Israel-Hamas situation, reflect patterns humanity has lived before. And now, as leaders, pioneers, and conscious individuals, we have the power to shift the course. Here is the challenge. Today, the world watches as tension escalate in the Middle East. So let's go back to the last 7th of October 2023, where Hamas attacked Israel. They were responding to raids at Al-Aqsa Mosque, increased violence in the West Bank, and the Gaza blockade. Religious, territorial, and political fears are fueling a cycle of destruction. The truth is, these conflicts echo history, and let's see it. I'm going to refer to the Bible that quotes this data of history. In this place where the conflict is happening, the first temple was built by Solomon, which it was destroyed by the Babylonians. And that is stated in 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, verses 17 to 21. Then a second temple was rebuilt and then destroyed by the Romans in the 70 CE. Is stated in Matthew 24, versicle 1 to 2, and in Luke chapter 21, versicle 6. 600 years later, Al-Aqsa Mosque was built. So what is happening? Sacred land, control over religious site, and territorial disputes, these same themes are playing out again. So history is repeating, and humanity's collective psyche remembers these cycles. But here is the point. We don't need to repeat them. So what does this mean for us? The cycle of conflict teaches us that unchecked fear, control, and separation leads to destruction. This is the reason legacy is so important, because legacy is what we do now. And now we are able to choose consciously which kind of legacy we want to leave. Legacy in this context is consciously acting to break the pattern. In the age of Aquarius, the focus shifts. We talk about innovation, collective consciousness, ethical use of technology, and humanitarian evolution. This is why our choices as leaders, as pioneers, as conscious humans matter now more than ever. One of the benefits is that living legacy consciously gives us clarity and direction. You act aligned with your values, navigating chaos with purpose. Also, legacy creates collective impact. Your conscious actions influence communities, nations, and even the trajectory of humanity. It also supports evolutionary sustainability, where choices are rooted in awareness, ensuring wealth, where society and humanity endures beyond cycles of distraction. Look at the patterns. Centuries of sacred land conflicts, temple destruction, and rebuilding shows humanity's tendency to repeat fear-based cycles. But consider Gaviotas in Colombia. A once barren land transformed into a thriving, self-sustaining community. Visionaries, they aligned values with actions, planting trees, innovating water systems, building health services. Today, Gaviotas is proof that aligned choices create ripple effects that endures, no cycles of destruction. You cannot claim a legacy if you don't consciously live it now. Also, studies show that communities built on shared values and collaboration are more resilient during crisis. Economic, environmental, or political. This is legacy in action, showing us the path forward beyond conflict. As I often say, Legacy begins today with choices that shape the collective future of humanity. Not tomorrow, no later, but now. And how are we going to do this? I want you to start living your legacy consciously. And that legacy starts from you, from each of us. So let's see 3 steps to live consciously legacy. Let's start with step number 1. Reflect daily. Ask yourself, does this choice align with values that uplift humanity, not just myself? In step number 2, think collectively. In any decision you are making, consider who benefits, who suffers, and how your actions shape the larger cycle. And step number 3, act consistently. Small, repeated, aligned actions create momentum, shifting humanity's path from fear to evolution. And this is where we want to go. We want to evolve. We are meant to use technology, artificial intelligence, robots in pro of humanity, not to our own destruction. Because what I am doing to others, I am doing it to myself. And this is the reason this point is very important, because we are diving into one of the principles that is supporting our happiness in this planet. And it says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You cannot uplift humanity if you don't act with intention. If you are ready to step into your role as the founder of the new era, I have created 2 ways to support you. The first one is the Purpose Activation Library Hub, resources to align your wealth, purpose, and legacy with conscious action. The second way is a free-based value legacy alignment session to help you identify the principles that guide your choices today. Remember, you cannot claim a legacy if you do not consciously live it now. And you cannot build aligned wealth without grounding it in purpose. So explore the Purpose Activation Hub and book your free session. Links are in the notes below. As we wrap up, remember, history shows us a cycle of destruction and renewal. Today, the Israel-Hamas conflicts remind us the patterns repeat when we are unconscious. But as the age of Aquarius dawns, humanity has a choice to rise, to innovate, to create a reality of peace, ethical collaboration, and evolution. Legacy is not later. It is here in every conscious decisions we are making today. Thank you for joining me on the Encompass Show. Keep choosing alignment, keep acting consciously, and together we will uplift humanity, breaking the patterns of the past. If this episode inspires you, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And until next time, keep building legacy that builds a better world.